So 64 slides. Yeah. I don't do slides, you're busy.
Oh, picture.
Yeah. That's 2 hours. I don't know if you have time.
I mean, what were they?
It's just slide pictures of the corporate person, 500 meg drive, and red volume.
I haven't seen them. Oh, text.
What's that?
Was it today? What does it say? What does it say where you sent them to. That's the right number. I don't know what happened to me because I didn't get it. That's the right number. Okay, that's good. Maybe you can try again or send it to the email. Brothers, please find your seat. Brothers and guests, I call this meeting to order. All please stand or kneel. I invite you to lead us in prayer, Father Vitalis. Thank you for coming tonight, Father. We have no microphone tonight. We have some mic issues, so
okay.
Speak up.
All right. So let's begin this meeting with the prayer that Jesus taught his followers. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Thank you for coming tonight. I know you got a busy schedule. All right. If you could all please stand and face the flag as we pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. All right, the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting. We did not. Brother Rich?
Would be great, I'd like to make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the minutes and accept them as written. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Rich. A motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor of accepting the minutes as written, recorded, and emailed to the council. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion is passed. They will be accepted as written, recorded, and emailed to the council. Thank you, guys. All right, our worthy financial secretary, if you please give your report.
For the grand night, I'll try to speak louder tonight. We have 376 members of the council. We have a membership quota of 15 this year. We are currently at 13, which means that we are 87% to our goal. We just need to recruit a couple more. And I think we're going to do it very easily. We have a number of men that are interested and Ray will lead those members. Just to give you an update on dues collections, we have 302 members that are dues paying members. The rest are honorary life members and members that are on disability. With that, we collected from 180 of them, which means that we're at 60%. We still have 122 members or 40% of the council to collect these. So not too bad, but I'd like to I'll get another. I send out the second notice in mail, so that brought in quite a few. I'm turning over $1,395 to Bruce tonight for the last couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll get caught up on these. Anyhow, very good night.
Thank you, Brother Gerald. I'd like to ask Father Vitalis if you'd like to give your chaplain message to council.
Mine will be very brief. What is grand
You
night?
can take your time.
You warned me that this will be a long meeting, so I want to make it longer. So just two things. One is gratitude. I would like to thank the members of this council for all you do for our parish as individuals and also as a council. Thank you so much. Beginning from the most recent events, the men's conference, your presence is completely appreciated. So thank you so very much. And Christmas Mass, you guys are there. Thank you so much. We recorded so many people here, new faces that I don't even know who they are, but they are all welcome. And currently, you know that the election has been completed and blessed. We are moving into the election this week. So it's a big thing, a big blessing to all of us, members of this parish. So thank you so much for your individual contributions. Thank you also for the check from this council. I know I sent an email because I couldn't make it. I can please just express my appreciation for that wonderful donation to the parish project. So thank you so much. And I pray that God may continue to bless us as individuals, bless our families, and bless us as members of this council. Thank you, and thank you. For the grand night.
Thank you, Father. All right, I'd like to move on to the Worthy Treasurers Report. Brother Bruce.
Early grant night. The detailed January's report was sent out by email from our Worthy Grant night earlier today, so I'm not going to go into that detail. I just have two quick items. The first one is the semi-annual audit report was completed, reviewed, and signed by the Worthy Grant night and our trustees, and subsequently submitted to Supreme and appropriate state officials. The second item is I've generated all of the numerical data for Form 9 EZ federal tax return. Once our online service releases the 2023 tax year application, we'll populate that. Our tax committee will review the return and it will be transmitted electronically to the IRS. I focus on those two items because both of those elements, the audit and the submittal of our tax return, are critical to us sustaining our tax exempt status with the IRS in the state of Idaho. And one of the councils in Idaho lost their tax exempt status. So that's why we really focus on making sure we make these two deliverables. And that's my report for the grant time.
Thank you, Brother Bruce, and thank you for stepping in. You're doing great work with the with our accounts. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, for the Light Community Report, I wanted to say that we have a Rosary and Divine Mercy coming up. It's the second Saturday of every month in front of Planned Parenthood, down off of Franklin here in Meridian. I know the weather's been a little bit difficult lately, but please, if you can show up, please pray with us. We'll be praying the Rosary at 9:30 a.m. on the sidewalk in front of Planned Parenthood. And then immediately after, we'll be singing the Divine Mercy. So, thanks, Brother Joe James is in charge of that. He's been going off and on. I think every time, did you go last time was the Life March, right?
Right.
So the month before that, I know it was cold, and I believe it was raining. So kind of miserable, but it's worth it. We still need to continue to go down that road and support our pregnant moms and our children who are unborn. So please show up if you can. All right. Membership committee report, Brother Ray.
Good evening, for the grand night, Father, nice to see you, and good evening, fellow brothers. Well, just to show you how fast things can turn around. Last month, we were canceled due to weather, and, we had one or two people that were going to show, but that got canceled. So this month, it's looking pretty good. Our exemplification will be on February 15th, at the third Thursday, right over at the Day Chapel. And we have a number of e-members that have joined. I can call you brothers now because indeed you're in the Knights of Columbus. If you're here this evening, please stand and let us recognize you. Thomas Markuson. Okay. Eric Fowler. Paul Arkansas. And David Offerdahl or Overdahl. Okay, that's not unusual. The e-members, so hopefully start making members after they join. Also, we had 3 Form 100s filled out prior to this week. Their names are Toby Pfeiffer, Paul Rasmussen, and Rasani, mispronounced his last name incorrectly, Pixay-Bode or Pixay-Bode. Okay. So anyway, quite a number. There could be potential for this month. And if that wasn't enough, we do have 2 transfers. Sam Wasco and John Graves. Right. So we see these gentlemen this month. We will have well surpassed our goal.
Really quick, Jeremiah, are you an e-member?
Yeah, I signed up a few days ago.
Jeremiah?
Might not have
Okay.
gotten to you yet.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. So please stand up and introduce yourself. He is an e-member and plans on going to our combined degree ceremony coming up and be a full member, a 3rd degree member. So please
So
say.
Jeremiah Dennis, just moved here recently, so I'm just trying to find a little and find a bunch of guys that vibe with. So, yep, was doing the Boy Scouts for a while, but the boys are too big for that now, so I've got to find something to do.
Okay.
Grand night. I think we got 2 Form 100s signed at the men's conference for the council. I know one for sure, maybe 2.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Are there any other e-members or new people here who curious about the Knights of Columbus? I see some new faces that I haven't seen before. Would you like to stand up and introduce yourself? If not, it's totally good. All right. Thank you, Jeremiah. All right.
Thank you. That's all I have. Again, Thursday the 15th is our next 3rd degree exemplification over at the Day Chapel. 6:45 is when we show up. So you can make it to support the new brothers. That would be appreciated. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Brother Ray. All right, community committee report, Brother Fred.
Hey, you know where they're going.
Do you need to call it?
Thank you all, brothers. So I'm going to report on the scholarship for St. Ignatius, and then following that report, we'll have the community committee report of the Corpus Christi House. So as you know, we started our campaign for the St. Ignatius Scholarship on January 3rd at our last council meeting, so it's been about a month. I would like to echo Father Vitalis and express my gratitude for the number of brothers who have stepped up and have contributed to this campaign and to the scholarship. You guys have been very generous, and I'd like to tactics report that we have hit our primary, our first goal, which is being able to raise enough money to have a main scholarship to the foundation. So kudos to all of you guys. If you remember, that goal was a $10,000 goal, but we have our next goal, which we're attempting to strive for, is the 20,000 one. And I'd like to go over this very briefly. This is the what we call our tracker that will I'll go over in just a second. What I want to impress upon you or emphasize is that we are not only doing a financial goal, but we're doing a participation goal. We want to have as many members of the Knights to participate so that we can say truly this is the Knights of Columbus Holy Apostles scholarship that we're supporting. And the way it works through the foundation, they take only 5% off from the seed money or from the amount of dollars you have. So if you only have $10,000, that would equal on an annual basis $500 for a student. So what we're trying to shoot for is like an annual of $1,000, which is where you get your $20,000 goal. If that makes sense. So that's why we're trying to go for the 20,000. And this is the donation amounts, the quantity needed, and this is those multiplied. These are the number of donors and the amount we've received. So right now we're standing at $12,335. So again, for 1 month, that's very impressive. And again, much gratitude from you guys, or for you guys. Thank you. We have hit financially 62% of our goal. Interestingly, if you add up the number of donors, we have 28. And if you just heard, we have 376 members and more coming. But that's only 7% of our council who have contributed to this scholarship. So we would like to do a 20% goal for participation. So you don't have to put a whole lot in. Even if you put 20 or 50 or $100 in, that will help us get to where we at least have 1 in 5 members of our council be contributors to the scholarship. So right now we're at 7%, which I don't know how many that's out of 5, but that's 7 out of 100, which is not so great. But you guys prayerfully think about it. If you didn't get an envelope that has the slip in it, Ed is going to pass one around. If you can raise your hand if you didn't get one or you got one and you don't know where it is. It's got a stamp on it. There's also this tracker we're going to now keep on the website, and there's also information, Q&A, and explaining more things on the website. So visit that, and you can print out the donation slip from the website also. So remember, this campaign is actually almost half done. So we are going to finish on the All Nights Mass, which is the weekend of the 16th, 17th. That's when our campaign is going to be done. So we have one more council meeting and then the All Nights Mass. So it's really only 6 weeks to try to get the rest of our goal met. And again, thank you for those who have donated. You've been very generous, and we're very appreciative of that. Thank you.
Thank you,
And then Greg or Mike? Mike, can you help them in the, corporate assistant out? You don't have enough.
I'll see you out. Anyways, my name is Mike Fred, see you not seen you in a while. I'll be here tonight. The Corpus Christi housework has been going pretty well. I think everybody knows that we have been delivering there twice a week for the last 2 years and 3 months. After Joe and I took it over, we had like a couple bags in there in the bin. Right? Now we got truck pulls and stuff on there every week, so it's great that everybody here is participating and helping us get things downtown, baby. Let's get nice photos from as I can and today and so all the stuff going down. I think it's one of the things we're doing for delivering the photos, but we're also taking excess from that facility, taking it down to St. Louis Falls. Quite frankly, it's right on the way. There's not much extra time, effort required to do that. And, you know, it's a small operation to support 150 people, but they get loaded down pretty quickly. So I get free donations for everybody who wants to donate. That would be a real. So we're very fortunate that we're able to just kind of take those vehicles that go right down the state, drop off the excess stuff that they can't use, not from us, from other agencies that was in there. So I appreciate the little extra effort there from the team. And I also appreciate, I was there last month, say thanks to Greg. That was obviously on our team and did a great job with the mug. When we got there, and I didn't know what 500 mugs in a pickup would look like. And Greg, it was very deep, tight, and he had all put away just right. But it's still, when you had to carry your box, you didn't really knew what you had. It was heavy. And nobody was at work today because they had a sewage that fall out. I gotta do this. Okay. And another gentleman actually came out and went down. But it's going well, it's bottom line. They have some new folks here who are running it. They're happy with what we're doing here as a team. I don't think we're going to change anything too drastically. They're very appreciative again for all the work that everybody here collectively does to make this going concern makes more.
Very good, thank you. And
By the way, if you want to know what's our ride, let me know. We got here's your right here every Monday and Friday. You can come out and see what it's like. You know, 45 minutes. I'm just together working and have a good time.
it's a great cause. Consider signing up and give them a hand, lighten the load. That's, you know, they're making 2 trips a week plus St. Vincent de Paul. So please consider helping out that ministry, see Mike afterwards. Greg, did you have something to add?
Just briefly, I was going to say that the drivers are, please stand up. Those that are driving. 12 drivers, and I think they deserve a big hand. We'd like to join as a driver, you should do that. We'd just like to see what the Corpus Christi house is all about and take a tour of the house. If you see anybody on that list, 12 drivers, just a call, give me a call, and you can sure ride along with us and get a tour of the facility and possibly a ton of survivors. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Greg. All right, I'd like to move on to our worthy insurance agent, Brother Andrew. I'd like to say,
My state is long meet, go ahead and hit me up after the meeting.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for keeping it short. Please see him after the meeting. He's got some great insurance programs for the Knights of Columbus. So, all right, with that, we're going to move on to agenda topics. The first agenda topic tonight is going to be the combined council assembly meeting proposal. We plan on combining our assembly and council meetings. And what we'd like to do in the next one, this is a proposal I'm bringing to the council. We've put out at least 2 emails in the past outlining the whole project and how we plan on putting it into use. I'd like to bring it up for discussion at this point. If there's any discussion or concerns or questions, now's the time before we vote. I have had a few questions on it already, but they seem to be answered pretty good. So if there are any other questions you have right now is the time, Brother Darrell.
Yes, I did have one question with the length of the combined meeting being shorter than the two together. Are we going to change the starting time of the combined meeting?
So yes, we will be changing the starting time to 7 p.m. So if we do approve it, we will have the combined meeting starting at 7 p.m. and we're shooting to be done by 8 o'clock. You know, if you've been to both the assembly and the council meetings, there's a lot of redundancies in there. We both do opening prayer, pledge of allegiance, third degree, fourth degree, and a lot of the same things happen. And most of our members are sitting through both of those meetings. So we're trying to keep their time and make good use of it instead of repeating things and, you know, making it longer. We want to start at 7 o'clock to allow more time from about 6. I think we're allowed in here about 10 after 6. From then until 7 when the meeting starts for more fraternity. We'll continue to do food. Thank you, Joe. Joe's been taking care of that. So please, if you guys are eating food, leave a donation and it'll help make him whole. I know he covers all the costs on that. So, but more time for that, more time for meetings, for committees ahead of time so they don't have to have another meeting during the week. Hopefully get it all done in one night and cut the time down. So that's our ultimate goal. Are there any other questions? Steve?
So, with the Grand Night, I talked to you earlier about both the scribe and the recorder.
Mhm.
Is this sheet going to be used for both?
So no, the scribe will still have to record the assembly minutes. So anything that's covered by the faithful navigator will be covered by the scribe. And anything that the Grand Knight does will be covered by the worthy recorder. So, and right now, everything, so this is how it looks like. I did send this out. If you didn't have an opportunity, we could scroll through this really quick and take a look at it. So there is going to be one change. After discussion with the state and the worthy state deputy, he's asking that the Grand Knight opens the meeting and then opens a prayer and then hands the gavel over to the assembly, where the assembly will take over the Pledge of Allegiance and then they're part of the meeting. Some of these that you'll see in here are only reported quarterly or annually or semi-annually. They won't be reported every single meeting to try to save some time. A lot of times, some of these don't have reports, so unnecessarily standing up and wasting that time. So it looks like, so that's the only thing. Other than that, everything else will go ahead and change. Mostly everything you see on that first page is going to be the assembly. As you scroll down, it shows you where the faithful navigator will hand the gavel over, I think a little bit more. There you go. So after the assembly does the agenda topics, the faithful navigator hands the gavel over to the council, and the council opens their regular meeting. It'll be called to order, and then financial secretary, treasurer report. So like I said, some of these are going to be quarterly, annually, or semi-annually, but all reports that are submitted will be in the minutes. So you will still see the treasurer's report if he doesn't report like we do now. If the financial secretary doesn't have a report, he will have something in the minutes to report. So everything will be in there that we are supposed to cover as far as the minutes, which will be sent out after the meeting. Same thing with all the other ones. The worthy district deputy will be, he will have 2 minutes to talk, just like he always does. And he's very good. But yeah, that's about it. Are there any questions about this format? Okay, then if there is no questions, discussion is over. We still need to make a motion on the floor to for this proposal to move forward to a vote. So is there a motion? Brother Joe?
Motion to, continue, change to a combined meeting.
Okay, so motion has been made to move to a combined meeting assembly council.
Second.
And seconded. All those in favor of moving to the combined meeting, it'll start in March. That'll be our next one. Say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, motion has been passed. We will move forward with trying this. Again, I wanted to restate that the state council is on board, the state deputy, our state advocate. We've had many discussions and kind of devised a plan. This is a work in motion, so if you do have any suggestions or you have something you don't want in the meeting, please see me, see the faithful navigator, or one of the officers from the assembly or the council, and we will look into that and see if we can't save more time. So thank you guys for that. All right, with that, we'll go on to the second agenda, which is the Valentine's flower distribution. It'll be coming up this weekend on the 10th and the 11th. Right now I have people signed up for it. We need at least one person to hand out 24 roses during the mass. I believe it'll be during the announcements.
Or do that right after the moment.
Right after the homily. All right, so, right, I'd say before the homily, go back and get the roses for those who have signed up, and those who are gonna distribute the flowers. Come back here, they'll be in the refrigerator. Grab 24 roses and bring them up and put them with your seat. You could do it before mass too, so you don't have to leave and miss Father's good homilies. So keep that in mind. For Saturday night, I have Joe Cordona. Sunday, 9 a.m. I have Ken, I think it's Ken Duplex. It's not you. Is he you?
Yeah.
Okay. And Dennis Coons. As Sunday, 11 a.m. will be Fred Klein. Saturday, 1 p.m. will be Kyle Bunker. And Sunday, 6 p.m. is open. So is there anyone? Thank you, Brother James. All right, good. Well, I don't have to pass that out. All right, the next one I have is I'm just gonna bring up the Lenten book handout will be this weekend as well. So, Daryl's got the books. I believe we have 1,000 Lenten books, and we need to hand them out, before and after all masses, this coming weekend. So that's Saturday night and Sunday evening. I don't have anybody signed up, and we don't have a sign-up sheet online. Well, I'm gonna pass this out and have it go around. If you could please put your name on it. If you could sign up for one of these, the books will be out in the foyer. Oh, there you go. Hey, all right. Make them sign. So if you could do that, we're asking for 2 members. It could be 3, but really 2 members can do the job. You know, we'll have a little table. It'll be brought out. We usually do it right in the corner by the door. So as you come out just off to the right-hand side, you kind of catch everybody. If you could just hand out the books, collect the money, and then either if nobody's here to lock it up in the closet, bring it home and we'll work it out. Are you going to do the 5 p.m.?
I'll do 5, yeah, and I'll come at after 11.
Okay, so at the 5 and then after 11, if you can, lock it up in the in our night's closet. If you can't, contact me or contact Daryl and we'll meet up with you and pick it up. If we got to come down and do it after mass, and we will, I'll be around, call me. So, all right. Thank you, guys. All right, our next one is the fish fry. We have 5 fish fries coming up. Is Brother Tom here? Okay. You wanna talk about it real quick?
You want me to do the carnival first?
Sure, let's do the carnival first.
All right. I don't know how many of you have been to the pre-Lenten carnival that the parish puts on. But this whole place, the whole facility, all the classrooms, the gymnasium is set up with games and activities for families. It's a very family-oriented event. Knights of Columbus runs the kitchen. We basically sell hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, nachos, a variety of things, and we do that at cost. This is a service project for us. We do it in conjunction with religious education. It's not a fundraiser. Right now, we've got 11 people out of the 16 required signed up. Any of you, show by hands, that might plan on coming that you aren't signed up yet, so that I can find another 4 people? That would be great. Okay, go ahead and sign up online if you can. And we'll start, I would say, kind of about no later than 5 o'clock. Because we'll start cooking probably by 5:30. I think it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, so we'll start cooking at 5:30, so come no later than 5. Our next set of activities are the Friday night fish fries. And right now, we've only got about 14 signed up, and we usually need 25, 30, because that's a pretty big event also. And that is a fundraiser. That's, I don't know what it is, third or half of our funds for the year we make on the fish fries. It's also a great community event. And we start eating ourselves at 4:15. A little bit sooner, but we start setting up at 3 o'clock for that event. Setting up tables down in the gym. We set up placemats, silverware, and there's another here of the deck. So again, show of hands, people that may not be signed up yet, that do plan on working, but we can take quite a few people to that's good. Okay, very good. Any questions? Thank you, Willie. Dennis? No, the prices are gonna be the same as they were last year. Our cost for the fish and all the salads, the condiments are all pretty even with what they were, so the prices will be the same.
Perfect.
$14 for adults, 12 for seniors. It was supposed to be in the bulletin last week, but it didn't make it. So hopefully it'll get in this weekend with the menu and the prices and everything. And the banner will go up this Saturday.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so I did want to, it wasn't on the agenda item, but we do have the evangelization retreat breakfast we do. It's the weekend that we don't have the fish fry. I think it's the 15th. Anyways, for that weekend, Greg, Dennis, a few other guys are signed up for that. We only need a few more, so please contact Greg afterwards or myself, and we'll get you signed up. We usually have enough guys to do that. It's an early start, I think 6 a.m. We cook breakfast, we're usually out by 8, so if you could help out in that, please see us after the meeting. Bruce?
It's on March 8th.
March 8th. So March 8th, that is the weekend we don't have it, and that's Saturday morning. We'll be doing the breakfast for them. So if you can lend a hand, we appreciate it. It gets us out a little bit sooner. All right. All right. I'd like to ask Ken if he wants to talk about sock hop here real quick.
And you'll vote, give the vote afterwards.
Sure. Yep.
Brothers, I'm gonna take back to the end of last year here. Brother Rich stood up and suggested that we start thinking about doing a sock hop purely for the members on it as a fun event to get us all together and practice the eternal spirit. So I have to tell you, this thing has taken a life of its own. Everybody heard about it. They go, yeah. So I brought it in front of the officers meeting this last month, and they approved this. Let me give you the highlights. It's going to be on June 1st, Saturday. It's going to be up here, and it's going to take over the entire gym. we're going to, hold for 300 people. Not all nights, we're gonna open it up to the parish also. What our hope is to raise enough money, not for anybody, really, there's not an FPO attached to it, but what we hope to do is raise upwards to $5,000 for fraternal activities for us, so that we can have meals, so we can have certain dinners that no one has to pay for, and those type of events that we can get together, not have to work, and have just a good time. So there's been a committee working, and we've gone far enough down the path to present it to the officers that they unanimously approved that we could bring it to you tonight. So that's it in a nutshell. Really, we're going to get in the heavy work. The sock hop, here's the big question most people ask. What type of music? 1955 over here, 1965 over here. We have a special guest DJ. Brother Rich, right there. We're going to be hooking up sound systems here that we're going to use the church sound system. We tested it out. It's going to come across dynamite. We're going to have refreshments. So Tom's going to take care of that when the time comes. We are going to have dance contests. We are going to have some dance instruction. And all in all, a good time for everybody. If you don't come and you hear what a great time it was, you're going to be sorry. So, we were night. I think you can ask for a motion.
All right, so it sounds like you made the motion. Ticket pricing is,
We're going to do $20. Okay.
okay,
And the refreshments there and the food, we're not looking to make money on that. We're gonna make money on the ticket price. So basically, wine, beer, soft drinks, food. We'll make the expenses on, maybe just a little, but not much. So it'll be pretty economical for everybody who comes.
all right, so motion has been made to move forward with the sock hop on June 1st. Is there a second? And seconded. All right, all those in favor of moving forward to plan this and schedule it on June 1st, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Looks like we'll be having a sock hop. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Greta.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. All right, I want to cover the free throw contest really quick. I don't have the numbers that were just sent to me today, Brother Corey. Did you see that email? You happen to have the numbers?
I did see the email. I don't have it with me in front of me. But I do have your submission. I also have Ampa's, and I will put together the two. Just for expediency's sake, the district free throw is going to be virtual. I'll just combine and compare the two numbers,
Okay,
and I'll award the medals from there and get it to you as soon as I can.
thank you. I appreciate that. And,
And then I'll submit both of your results to the state.
all right, sounds good. Is it okay if you let me know what Napa did? Or is that top secret?
Oh, no.
All right, good.
No,
I'll look forward to your call.
okay. Sounds good.
All right, so that's done. It's been submitted. It was due January 31st. So we're in, and we'll find out in April, the statewide winners of that. Hopefully, we got one from our parish. So,
What was the date on that free throw contest?
I believe it was,
It's no weekend.
yeah, when it was really snowy. Yeah, because, they had to cancel the coffee hour and Mike was a little bit late in setting it up. So, yeah, it was when we caught all that snow. It wasn't a good weekend, but we didn't have a great turnout, but we had enough. I believe we had maybe 6 or 7 kids that competed. So, yeah, that's a good thing. All right, the March 1st through 3rd cinnamon roll FPO is coming up. It will be on the website, so check for that. We'll have a sign up sheet if it's not already on there. I think it is. So please go to that. We're looking for people to help out. That'll be Friday night pan up right after the fish fry. So, that's pretty good. It doesn't take very long to do that. And then Saturday morning cook and frosting until about, usually get out around noon. And then we'll be selling them at 5 p.m. mass and then the 9 and 11 a.m. mass. So please consider helping out. Go to our website and check that out if you could sign up. All right. Is there any, go ahead, Tom.
What's the benefit for this?
This one is for Corpus Christi. Yep. So the benefit will go to Corpus Christi, and
We moved this.
this is the one that went from February to March because we couldn't do it during the KofC basketball tournament. That was the weekend we were gonna do that. So. All right, the next one I have is the March 2nd Food for Families Food Drive and Diaper Drive. Now, I got an email from St. Vincent de Paul, and the diaper bank is having trouble getting diapers out or getting diapers in to give out. So I don't know if we do an additional diaper drive separately or if we include it into our food drive. I'd like to keep it just a food drive and maybe do a diaper drive separate. I know that they need it now, but we don't have anything scheduled. So I'll kind of work with them a little bit and work with my officers, and we'll figure out something, maybe combining them both in the same thing. I don't know, but anyway, we will be handing out bags on March 2nd, which is, we'll also be selling cinnamon rolls that same weekend. So we'll probably have the bags out next to the cinnamon rolls and handing them to people as they're coming in or leaving, making sure everybody gets a bag and contributes. And then the following weekend, we'll be picking up the food over at St. Vincent de Paul. We'll have a sign-up sheet for that, so please be on the lookout for that. Brother Dennis, is there anything that I missed that you're aware of?
No, I think you covered it pretty well.
Okay. All right, I know. Do we have any signs for that?
I got signs right over there.
Okay, so we do have signs that are set up. Thank you for getting those. Very, very great. I really love these signs that we're getting. That was a good job in getting that place, so good job.
I said that we need, in order to get a $500 refund from Supreme, we need 100 hours of 10 hours. Turn it into the statement in order to get the $500. If you only work an hour, it helps to get the $100. It's difficult to come up with $100 in 2 weekends. I've had to do that. And it's really close sometimes to get the $100. So,
Yeah, you'll have the volunteer sheet for the sign up, right? You'll have it out there for people to sign how many hours, or do you want them to send it in?
we'll have the sign up sheet out there, and just make sure you come see somebody with the sign up sheet to get your hours.
All right, so if you're handing out bags, or if you're the following week and you're getting the food and all that stuff, receiving the food, please sign in the amount of hours that you do. Remember, to get that $500 back, I think it's, how many pounds of food is it?
It's only 500 pounds of food.
Okay, 500 pounds of food, 500 pounds of
500
food.
pounds for every $100, so it's 2,500 pounds. But we've been getting 10 to 12,000 pounds, so. But this year, they need food really badly. I'm just talking to John about it. They're serving 400 people a month over there.
Wow.
And they're short of food. They're
Wow.
short of food getting it from the other food bank, so they really need to get the food, so hopefully we can get 15,000 pounds this year.
Yeah, so we'll put that out there and definitely, Brother Roland.
So the hours that we're talking about, only hours that we put the food bank or
Just
any
for-
hours during the week that we might be doing or any other activities that we might be doing.
Well, this is just for the Food for Families food drive. That's it. So handing out the bags or collecting the food, stocking, whatever we do with that event. So it'll go towards that. So we need, again, 100 hours. So please consider donating your time and make sure you write it down.
So if you work 45 minutes, round it up to an hour.
There you go.
Yes, 1 minute, it's around.
Brother Bruce.
If you go buy food to bring to the food drive, can you count that time as well?
Oh, I don't know. I would assume so. If you're part of the event, I know that we can't.
Guides do that, they go buy food.
Yeah,
That takes time to go do that.
yeah, that's another good thing. If you are buying food and taking the time to buy it, count those hours too, sure. Absolutely.
How's your drive time? You look across the wall.
We're talking about it now, is that?
All right, with that, make sure that I covered everything here. All right, looks like I covered everything on the agenda. Is there anything that needs to be brought to the council at this point? All right, if there's nothing to be brought to the council, I'd like to move to the good of the order.
Really good night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I get my report?
Yes, I apologize. I did thank you. That was purely accidental, Cory. Brother Darrell. What's that? Oh, yeah, I'll do that in the next one. Sorry, Cory.
No, it's
I
okay.
did not.
No, it's all good. You saved the best for last. Thank you. So brothers, I bring fraternal greetings from the Worthy State Deputy. And he, as well as the Regional Growth Director, who was here from Supreme, his name is Chuck Davlin. Chuck was here. We also had another state officer, Ken Reef was here. He's our state advocate. And but they both communicated to me how representative of the Knights of Columbus order overall this parish and this council was. He was very proud to stand and be present to all those men on Saturday and really represent who and what the Knights of Columbus are and what we do to make a difference in our community. He appreciated all of the work that this council did for setup, for cleanup, also for all the preparation, just getting the word out about the men's conference. I mean, this being the host parish, we packed that sanctuary. I have never seen that many people in our sanctuary, even for Christmas and Easter. I mean, Father Talis, you were celebrating with the bishop, and that was a lot of people. And to hear all those voices and to hear all those men celebrating, and you could just feel the healing going on. You could just feel the light that was in all the darkness. And I just really appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of your hard work. I appreciate the time and energy that you put into that men's conference. And I really do think that we made a difference in our state. And I think we made a difference in our community. And we were very, very representative of who and what this parish is. I mean, Holy Apostles is a very welcoming community. We're a very welcoming parish. We're a very welcoming body. And I think for us and what we did on Saturday and what Salt Line Radio did and how we were able to just kind of pivot and make things work, you know, every challenge that came at us, we had at least one answer for. So I was very proud of that. The state deputy wanted me to make sure that I communicated that to you. And I myself, as your district deputy, was able to enjoy the day. I have been praying for a very long time for Chris Define to come to this parish and to come to this area to really speak to us live. And getting him here is not easy. It took them 6 years as the committee for the men's conference to get him here. And I think he was representative in spades. And he was able to communicate some things that I hadn't even thought about that I needed in my own life. I'll just share with you, all you gentlemen, this past year for me has been very dark. I've had some very tough challenges with my job. I've had some very tough challenges internally, making changes within myself. And all of you and all your prayers and the things that you have done for me have led me on a path of healing, and I thank you for that. And what Chris Stefanik had with his message was joy. And that was one thing, brothers, that I was missing in my life. I was missing joy. I had allowed the evil one to communicate, and I started to believe what he had to say. And that is not the truth. And so thank you all for that, and thank you for just allowing Chris to be here. And I did buy his book, and I hope to really kind of go from there. So speaking of the men's conference, I do have some materials over on my table there. If you either didn't get a copy or you want an extra one, I have some extra copies of the Sacred Heart that was handed out. There was the State Council commissioned a special prayer
from the Knights of Columbus for the men's conference. If you'd like one of those cards, I have them. And then also I have just one of these, but in my packet, I was given two St. Benedict medals. If you would like the extra one, this one actually has been blessed by the Benedictine monk that was here, and you're welcome to have that. Just come by the table and get it. So as I always share with you, the two district faith in action activities that we'll be doing this month, in light of the men's conference, that will be one of our activities. There were a lot of Knights of Columbus there, especially from my district and your district. And so one of the activities we're doing is the men's conference, or like a spiritual retreat. But if you didn't make the men's conference, make your own retreat. And you can do a retreat in many ways. Do it within your domestic church in your house, or do it within your small groups. That was one thing that was brought up at the men's conference, was one way to promote healing, not only within yourself, but within your domestic church, is to have small groups and to meet and make friends. So even if you don't have a retreat where you actually go to a organized activity, such as what the men's conference was, organize a retreat within your own small group. The second activity that we're going to be doing as a district is the Into the Breach program. So that is something that I promote very heavily. I think it is a very strong and very healthy opportunity to build yourself up as a Catholic gentleman, also to build up your domestic church. So you can use the book. I have a book here. If you would like this book, just come by the table. I will happily give it to you. But you can just go online. Just Google Knights of Columbus Into the Breach, and you can watch the movies that go along with it. They have some videos that go along with it. And then there's the brand new series. There's the family series that's actually associated with Into the Breach. And you're welcome to view those. They're free online. So yes,
We have extra copies in the closet.
of the Into the Breach?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so anybody who would like one, see myself or see Daryl, and I will get you this one, or Daryl has extras, and we can get you an Into the Breach book to cover that. So those are the two activities I wanted to mention. Also, with respect to preparing for the convention, I heard you mention about electing your delegates. The convention this year is up in Moscow. It's the 26th, 27th, 28th of April. And also submit for your state awards. I'll be submitting the winners from the free throw contest, if your council had any of those winners. And the last thing is continue to submit your 10784 form. What that form is for every fraternal activity that you guys hold as a council, you need to be filling out that form. It's not a required form. You're not going to be penalized if you don't submit it. But what it does do is it goes out to our affiliate members. It also goes out to members who are trying to figure out if they want to join the Knights of Columbus. So all those e-members that you listed off, you and Ray, that you listed off, those e-members get that copy. So when you submit those forms, they see what's going on in this council. So to date, Holy Apostles Council has submitted one form. I know that you have done more than one activity in this council. Please fill out the form. Submit the form. It's free. It's online. Anybody with a pulse can fill out the form. Anybody. Your directors, your chairman, your grand knight, your officers, anybody can fill out that form. Just fill it out, submit it, say we did this activity. If you need help filling it out, ask me, ask your grand knight, ask any of your officers. Please submit that form, and it shows that you are active. I know this council doesn't do its events and activities for awards, but that's the criteria that the state and the Supreme uses for giving you the participation or the events award. So for the council, part of winning the Council of the Year award is if you submitted a lot of those forms, they say, this is an active council. And then you can be in running for that award. The Council of the Year award is not something that you can submit for. It's not something I can even submit for. It clearly goes off of how active you are and how many of your activities were recorded, either on that form or in the state newsletter or in the different ways that we communicate and publicize. Ken, I know that you have mentioned more than 5 times about publicity. So you need to publicize what it is that you do and who you're doing it with and for. That's my spiel. I know I've gone over 2 minutes. I'm sorry. But thank you, Willie, office or Willie Brothers all, and thank you, Father, and have a good night. You got Jesus.
Thank you, Brother Corey. All right, with that, we do have to elect candidates and, well, it'd be 2 delegates and 2 alternates for the state convention coming up in April. So, with that, I could be a delegate, and I believe Kyle, would you like to be the second delegate? Sure. Okay. All right, so we need 2 alternates, and usually they're past grand nights, I believe.
I'd like to be first alternate.
Okay, first alternate, we need 1 more alternate. So once we've figured out who the 2 alternates and who the 2 delegates are, we vote yes or no, and then we put them down and send them off to the state so they know who our delegates are. So we need 1 more alternate.
Maybe Mike Whistle,
Mike Whistle is a good one. If there's anybody else in the room,
past grand night.
it's past grand night, so we'll put him down. We will ask him if he doesn't want to be the alternate, then we'll find another one. But so all those in favor of me being the first delegate, Kyle being the second delegate, Daryl being the first alternate, and Mike Whistle being the second alternate. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? All right, we have our delegates and alternates, so if you could send that off, that'd be great. All right, it moves us to the good of the order. The first thing I want to do is I was presented this thank you note from Salt and Light Radio from Brother Dave. I'll see Brother Dave. Is Dave, you still here? Okay, thank you for submitting this. I'll read it out. I can do it without my glasses. On behalf of Salt and Light Radio, I'd like to express our sincere thanks to all the knights who participated in the Idaho Catholic Men's Conference last Saturday. We hope you enjoyed the speakers and all the components of the day. The event's hospitality was made possible with the help of many knights who set up numerous tables and chairs to serve more than 800 men. We are also extremely thankful for those who stayed at the end of the day to help take down all those tables and chairs. As a small staff, we simply cannot offer these events without support and help. Thank you for your ministry of support to helping bring men closer to Christ. Blessings, Diana Tetro. Did I get it right? Tetro. Okay, so that was, she is the vice president?
She's the general manager of Salt.
General manager of Salt and Light. So thank you guys for everybody that stuck around and helped at the end. I know as we had, the gym was cleared out pretty good. We got there's some kids lingering around that helped us out too. But after the gym was cleared out, we still had the other stuff in the back, and a lot of guys stuck around to do that. So thank you to all those in the beginning and throughout the event that helped out. You guys did a great job. All right, for the second thing, for the good of the order. Brother Kyle, would you like to come up here? All right, I'd like to present the Shining Armor Award to Brother Kyle Bunker. He has achieved this award by participating in at least 3 council service programs, attended 3 council meetings, met with the insurance field agents, and recruited 1 new member. This is for you. Thank you for doing all that stuff. This is the only Shining Armor Award that this council has handed out. So really all you got to do is those simple 3 things or 4 things, and you could get this award. So thank you, Brother Kyle. Great job. Thank you for your service. All right, I have one more thing for the good of the order. This was sent to me by our worthy state deputy. And I'm not gonna read the letter because he made it very short and sweet, so I'll make up my own. Anyway, I'd like to present this on behalf of our worthy state deputy, George Messina. I would like to present this check for $50 to Brother Daryl Stasky. He has won this through the state membership incentive program. Brother Daryl is currently the top recruiter for the state of Idaho. So. Congratulations. So good job. And you could all be the top recruiters. So go out and get some men if you want them to join. If you know some guys, have them come in, be an E-member, come to a meeting or whatever. So yeah, it's a pretty neat little incentive that the state gives out. They do have a individual recruiter incentive program. And this is every month. If you bring in one new night, your name is entered into a monthly drawing for $25. So keep that in mind. So if you bring them in, they put your name on there as the person that's recommended them, and you're in the drawing for that month. So
Really good night.
yes.
And the way that you can do that is when, if you sign up, someone up as an E-member, when it goes in and it says who is the proposer, just make sure you include your membership number. Or if you don't want to use your member number, you can use my member number. I'll take your credit. Whoever, just, make sure you list the proposer's membership number. And that way you can be automatically entered in that drawing for the incentive.
Thank you. All right, is there anything else for the good of the order? Brother Bird.
I just want to, I have very good, that deals with foster and mom. And she's had to do it sometimes. And they was hospitality, it was like, so. They're gonna give a straight price, about, send them through right now.
Thank you, Brother Bird. Is there anything else for the good of the order? All right, with that, I'd like to ask Father Emmanuel if you could, sorry. I apologize, I was reading. Sorry about that, Father. So, if you could please lead us in closing prayer and invoke the divine blessing. Thank you, Father.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let us come upon the intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary as we pray. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. The Lord be with you. May the Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Peace be with you. Amen.
I'm sorry. All right. With that, I call this meeting adjourned. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Father.
Thank you.
So,